Hey, I'm CJ.
And I'm Aaron, and we're the Masters of Boredom, where nothing is off the table. And this is our review of King of Tokyo.
When I was growing up, I used to play a lot of Rampage at the arcade. It's one of my favorite games ever. Fun fact, the US Mint had to produce more quarters in 1990, because I used them all up. I probably could have gone to college if I didn't play so much Rampage. King of Tokyo is the board game equivalent, and I don't have to rob a laundromat to feed my addiction.
I'm probably precisely the opposite. I didn't grow up liking giant monster movies or people dressing up in rubber suits outside of the bedroom, crushing tiny miniature buildings and trains because they're always destroying trains. While I did play Rampage, I wasn't quite as obsessed with it as my friend here. So this is going to be an interesting review. One side has a history with the subject matter, and, well, I do not. So, giant monster fights?
Or as I like to call it, big city tickle fight. Knock it off! I am a robot and I am not amused. King of Tokyo is an incredibly easy and fast game to set up, and it doesn't take long to play either. Subsequently, King of Tokyo doesn't have a lot of depth either. But it's monsters fighting. How much depth do you need? You want a tragic backstory with a fallen love interest, a cancer diagnosis, maybe a stolen inheritance? Last time on Tokyo Hospital.
Oh, Juan, I am so glad to see you. Our father is dying, and we still don't know where his will is hidden.
Consuela, I have to tell you, my name is not Juan. I am instead your cousin, Eduardo. You don't remember because you have amnesia.
While King of Tokyo doesn't have much depth, it does have loads and loads of luck. Or lack thereof, in my case. I've never successfully won a game of King of Tokyo despite owning the game for 5 years. Luck determines how the dice will lay out. It determines what powers become available. Sure, there are some powers to deal with this. You can gain extra rerolls or extra dice or other abilities to minimize the chaos factor. But in the end, you're just playing craps with monsters. Or in my case, crap.
Sometimes inherent chaos is your best ally. Maybe you're collecting energy cubes while the other monsters are beating the bejesus out of each other. Maybe you find yourself in Tokyo Square distributing generous pummeling to the surrounding monsters. Only the dice can tell. Honestly, I don't mind the randomness though. It takes some of the pressure off. This isn't a cerebral game. King of Tokyo's just plain fun.
I too have to admit that even with my horrible record of 0 and 33, I still enjoy this game when it comes to the table. The image of the giant monsters battling it out with laser breath and homing toenails still naturally brings a smile to my face. And even when losing, there can be moments of triumph, but at the same time, I feel like a lack of control makes the game feel empty sometimes. If it's all up to the will of the dice, then why do I need to be here?
I'd say it's not all flying dice, silly voices, and monster sound effects. There is some strategy involved. You have to know when it's time to leave Tokyo and start rolling for those hearts. And when you do roll the dice, you need to have a goal in mind, even if the dice don't necessarily agree.
And that's what I mean. It's impossible to plan when the dice decide otherwise. Some short-term strategies in play, sure, but at the end of the day, you're always going to go with the best option the dice give you. Whatever the hell that's going to be. And it leads to this feeling of being on autopilot. But that's not even the worst thing. You'll have stories to tell of trying to laser breath everyone outside of Tokyo, only to roll nothing but hearts.
Your friends are going to make the fun in King of Tokyo. And who doesn't have delusions of grandeur about being a city-destroying monster?
I don't.
You are a liar and a charlatan, sir. I call shenanigans on you. Unlike Splendor, which tends to be on the quiet side, King of Tokyo is a game where you talk smack and then you distribute smack.
There's a wonderful cartoony look to the art style. All of the monsters have definite character. We joked about the characters having tragic backstories, but you cannot tell me you can't see the sadness in Alienoid's eyes. Will he ever find love? Without killing it, I mean? So, what's the word?
My friend, there's only one word for this game, and that's brouhaha.
What is this, 1930? King of Tokyo is a brawl between you and all your friends, with trash talk and random happenstance. But at the end of it, you'll all be laughing and nobody will be hurt. It's a silly game for silly people, and you'll get the most enjoyment out of it if you just relax and enjoy the ride. But don't expect deep, thought-provoking stuff here. King of Tokyo is the board game equivalent of popcorn.
Maybe it's the nostalgia of watching Godzilla and King Kong duke it out in black and white. Maybe it's the small fortune I squandered at the arcade. But I genuinely love the theme and the feel of this game. It's quick, it's simple, and it makes all of your kaiju dreams come true.
And that's the game. I'm Aaron.
And I'm CJ.
Smash that paw print to subscribe, hit that heart to heal up and like this video, and thanks for watching.
Hey, it's your pal CJ. What, you didn't know we were pals? I'm not hiding in your bushes for no reason. Want to see some videos, kids? Click over here.